Hello and good evening. We are right back here where well, left off last night in the supermarket simulator. Um, are we not? Here we go. I was wondering if we were going to get our nightly customer. The one that always comes in as soon as we log in. Here he comes. We somehow managed to get our way back up to 16,000, which is pretty neat. I like that. It was important. A lot of the things that we did in our last video was fairly important to being able to create more money. And we definitely need to create more money. All right. He didn't buy much, I'm sure of it. He only bought like 5 or 6 items. So, yeah, you're not getting a Red Bull for this. There you go. I mean, that was what, $22? All right. I'll beef you guys up in the morning. Here we go. 82 satisfied customers, 1 found products expensive. 83 total customers, $1,596.77 as the profit for the day, and we are at $16,618.22. Start the next day. Pretty please. Fries, dishwasher, cereal, and fries, dishwasher, cereal, and bread. Oh, dishwasher. There you are. Cereal. We got lots of cereal. Which one is it? It's this one. Let's check this one over here too. These two. Okay, and bread, I think, the last one. The bread. Wow. Alrighty then. Let's get it on. What do we got going on? We got one of these. Dirt. You need 2 of those. You need 2 of those. You need 3 of those. No, 2 of those with 1 of those. Two, 3. I can just sit here and see already. I need 2 of those. There you go. 1 of those. 1 of those. 1 of those. 2 of those. 2 of those. I mean, we are selling quite a bit of stuff, right? We're not doing terrible selling stuff. And we don't even have to go out there and pester the customers. Sir, would you like to take a look at this? No, see? These guys come in, they know what they want. They don't need to mess with people. Okay, that's good. 5. 7. 1. 1. 8. 1. 1. 3. Do I have anything on the... Yeah, I do. Did I order peanut butter? I'm sure I did. Gosh darn it. Oh well. We have extra. Hee hee hee. Yeah. Those poor guys. And I forgot to beef them up. Oh my god. Where's the... Where's the pleb? There you are. There. Let's see if I can get them all built up. Hiring and get them paused before they run out of red. Since they're running around like little vixens. There we go. Everybody's in red? Yeah, looks like it. Yeah, we're good. Alright, what were we going to look at? We were going to look at something. Licenses, maybe? I don't. Well, no, we need to look at this because this is going to be our next. And this is $24,000. And that's just for one upgrade. Hard to tell how big that upgrade is, too. Or how small it is, because it's, like I said, it's $21,600. $24,600. And it's 31, then 40. They're kind of proud of their upgrades. Right. So we only get 9 more upgrades for the storage area. These 3 here, 6, 11, 15, 750. That takes care of a lot. And I could take care of even more if I put some shelves right through here, right? Well, why not, Stormy? Why don't you do that? Why don't you just do that? Huh? What the hell are you waiting for? Well, I don't know. Let's look at the furnitures. So there are shelves that I can put up that aren't like, ugh, right? Like, this is gaudy. This is huge. This is not a little shelf. This is big. Okay? This is not something exactly that I'm going to want um, right out there like that. These are mini fridges, okay, freezers, boggles, humbug. No. Shelf inner corner. I mean, that sounds good and all that, but that's not quite what I'm looking for. This is a single shelf. This is a double, so it's basically the same height. This is a half shelf. I don't mind half shelves, but you really can't put much on them, can you? It's $75. Let's get one and see. I don't know. It's 75 bucks. At worst, I'll have to just turn around and sell it back. No big deal. Wow, it's off a big box. Okay, so I would put you, what, here, I guess? Line you up. with you. Yeah. Okay. So basically, all it is one of these. It's a half of one of those, huh? I kind of like this. I you're not gonna hear me say that too often, but yeah, I kind of like that. Um, I can see over it, which is important to me. I don't know that it's important to anybody else, but it's important to me that I can see through it or over it, so that I can see what our customers are doing. But it's not going to hold as much as that at all. It's going to hold one item. So I've had, how many will this hold? How far down will it go? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, that's a bad idea. It'll come down this far for 7 items. So if I could take it down this far for 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That would work. And just back it up with 4 more on the back side, right? Let's see what happens. We'll get 7 of them just for S&Gs. I mean, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. We'll just sell them back for the same price we bought them for, right? Yeah, it's good enough. There we go. Oh, well, I, oh well. I guess they just don't like to mate, right? And I guess there's holes in even these, yeah. So, it's fine. It's fine. Damn it, it's not fine. But whatever. I'm allowing this. Yeah, there's going to be a couple holes. Yeah, I can help it. I don't know that I want to. I just don't. I mean, I care. I do. I'm not saying I don't care. I'm just saying, you know what I'm trying to say. It's just a game. Play it. I'm real world OCD, and this is where I have my fun. Um, Ham, this is good stuff, but it's all refrigerated stuff. I don't want refrigerated stuff. I can't have it. Um, there's sodas, chips, flour, taters, more taters, um, pepper, sandwich bread. We already have sandwich bread. Whatever. Okay, so we got all this. Now, let's go over here to the marquee, go to the products, go down. Oh look, the sandwich bread looks almost the same as our other bread. Oh, who knew? Shelf, 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 shelf. Good, 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 good. Buy 2 each, I reckon. I can't buy 2 each, can I? Do I even have the money for that? How did I just go from 600 some odd dollars to 700? I have no idea. Oh, because, oh, it's not my money. Wait, I have $8,000. Wait a minute. How did I get down to $600 like that? Purchase. All I did was buy freaking shelves. Damn. Rice. More rice. Uh, no idea what this is. It's something. Bully. Bowley. Whatever. I don't know. It's something. And then you got this stuff. This is like, I don't know, pepper or something. Looks like a chess piece. Oh, more flour. Yay, we're from flour. We love flowers. What are you holding? Puree. Chips. Is that what this is? Chips? Of some sort? Chippas. Good, 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 good. You sit there and hold on to that for a minute, buddy. Alright. Is there a way to... Can I go over here and... Nope, there's no way. There's no reorder. Okay. Pepper. We got salt, but we have pepper. And they're nowhere near each other. Yay. It's a freaking scavenger hunt at the supermarket. Because that's how I grow. That's how we roll. Alright, what is this? Oh, yeah. The puree. Okay. The bit of rice. Oh, and it's all of these are these little, well, it looks like it's all these little boxes. Yeah, we're okay. Excuse me. So it was another long day today. Oh yeah. It was a bunch of running today. Wait. Yeah, I'm not supposed to put you there. Because... Oh yeah. I'm supposed to put you there. And supposed to put you there. You see. And I'm not supposed to put you there. I'm supposed to put you there. Mm-hmm. Gotcha. All right, now let's see what we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. We went around our rear end to get to it, or our elbow to get to our rear end with this, but it's set up. Ish. And we got $7,370 left. Let's go put prices on this stuff. It's like a half a freaking loaf of bread. It is. It's like 208, right? $5.19. That's 6 cents less than, yeah, so let's go with 5.44. That's 6.16. That's 9 cents less. We're going 4.41. That didn't change much at all, now did it? Oh, wait, what am I thinking? Duh. 641 again. Okay, we got one empty shelf in here, huh? Eesh. And the salt's way over there. Oh well. That's some expensive goddamn pepper. I mean, $100 a box for pepper? Man. Okay. You're talking about the real deal here. All right, y'all ready? Let's do this. Let's see how this runs. Yep, it's baby Jesus. Here we go. $59.51. Maybe maybe the more products we get in here, the more money we'll make. It could happen. I think it could. But what do I know? I'm just some dude playing a game on the internet. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm just running my mouth. But yeah, woke up again this morning. Didn't have to be at work till 4:30 today, um, which doesn't bother me at all because, well, crap, it's an extra half hour I got to sleep, right? Well, didn't quite turn out that way. Once you're used to waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning, it doesn't really matter what happens or how late you're allowed to sleep. You're typically going to be awake right there at 3 in the morning. It's like your eyes just pop open and you say, "What time is it?" You check the clock and it's like 2 minutes till 3, and you're like, "Oh, God, I wish I could just go." You know what would be nice? Waking up at like 11 o'clock and saying, "Oh, look, I have so much more time to sleep, and I'm not even hardly tired anymore. I'm going back to sleep." That's nice. But made it to work today, and we 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 had they had two people, me and one other in the entire kitchen, and they're trying. The hell? Oh, I separated the freaking toilet paper, didn't I? I am such a bad man. But anyway, there was two of us in the kitchen. There was another one, but she, quite honestly, she had to go and take care of the dishes and the backline stuff, like prep and everything else like that. And since the new system that we're running with the food and everything, you had to cook before you start. Your first cook is going to be at 4:30 in the morning, and that's going to be all of your eggs, sausage, and yeah, that's basically it. Scrambled eggs, folded eggs, round eggs, sausage. Oh, and your burritos, the breakfast burritos. All of that stuff is pre-made. Um, we make it right there at 4:30 in the morning, and it's good until 6:45 to 7 o'clock. Um, and honestly, I don't think too many people have noticed a difference. I think they may have with like the the folded eggs, because you got to know, the longer those things go without, outside of the oven, um, the more yellow and hard, not hard, but the texture gets a little rougher on the outside. Um, the eggs. So it's going to be like you're looking at hardened mustard cake or something. It's very very yellow, and I I, I wouldn't eat it. Um, that's just me. I I'm I look at food before I eat it, and if it don't look right, I'm not eating it. If it tastes a little bit weird, I'm not eating it. Um, but anyway, after you cook, you immediately have to do all of the dishes, all of them. Everything that you used for your build up, you got to wash, and that's going to take you. Well, your first run's probably only going to take you about 15-20 minutes to do the dishes for it, because you don't have the pans and the inserts and stuff like that to deal with. But for the second run, which is at 6 o'clock or 6:30, yeah, it's at 6:30. Your second run, and those dishes are going to mount up on you. Those dishes, they take me approximately 45 minutes to get done, and they're not even the big load yet. And this cook is going to last you until 8:30, and you have a certain set amount of numbered item. How much you have to cook, like eggs. The eggs, we're cooking 70 to 80 eggs each. Each different type, except for the scrambled. Scrambled, we're only going with like 6 or 7, because that's one of those things that's not very. It's not one of those things that you can set in stone. Is we're going to go through this much per day. because that's something that people get in the mood to have, or they don't. But for the round eggs and the folded eggs, those are typical. Um, you get a set amount of customers per day average, and you average a certain amount of sales of each different type of sandwich, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And like I said, this AI is brilliant. It's close to. It screwed up a little bit today because it had us cook 96 sausage, and we were left over with like 35 or some crap. This is twice in a row. I think it's messed up the sausage, but it's something that's really hard to pin down the number on. So it's leading to a lot of waste. I mean, a ton of it, as far as sausage is concerned. Um, but we were there running. I mean, and we were just, there was, like I said, it takes a while to do the dishes. You get the dishes done, and then you go back out on the floor and you start figuring out, okay, well, I need to put the pans and the inserts together, make sure that we have enough, you know, built up for tomorrow, for the next burn or the next cook. I call it a burn, but anyway, um, it's no different than a simulator game. You got to have a strategy. You got to figure things out the way you want to do things to get it done the most efficient way and as fast as you can, so that you're not tied up doing something that, well, um, isn't very helpful. But like I said, there was just two of us, and we were both just absolutely, just flat out 110% running, um, the whole morning, and that lasted all the way up until breakfast ended at 10:30. And even then, that's when we finally got some relief that came in, and both of us, we just said, look, we're about we're about finished. We don't have anything left. It was about 350 customers with two cooks, and we did what we possibly could. It kind of fell apart a little bit. Our dishwashing lady, she apparently just didn't feel like washing dishes today or something. I don't know what her problem was, but she was slow. And like I said, between the second cook at 6:30 until the second cook at 8:30, um, she had plenty of time to get the dishes done. She just didn't do them. She just let them sit there until approximately 30 minutes before the cook, and that's too late. You can't be cooking or washing dishes for the first time, you know, 30 minutes before you cook, because my God, that's all of our tools. That's everything that we put our eggs in and everything else like that. Um, yeah, you're not going to get the dishes done, and she didn't. So we basically had to, well, we had to play it by ear, and that's not always what you want. It doesn't always turn out well, but for us, it turned out okay because you know she's really really good in the kitchen. I'm really really well. I have a lot of experience in the kitchen lately. Over the last 4 or 5 years, I've been working a lot of different kitchens, a lot of different ways, and throughout COVID we were low man, so we figured this out. I mean, we had to make it more efficient, so things got moved a little bit. Like toasters got moved closer to certain areas so that we could reach them. It's just the way you learn to do things over time. Because, damn, there's such a thing as working hard, but there's also such a thing as working smart. And when you work smart, you're not working hard. Well, you are, but you're not working as hard, and you're not duplicating effort. And that's what we kept trying to stop doing today, was duplicating effort, because she would grab something and I'd grab something and it'd be the same damn thing. And and we'd look at each other like, you gotta be kidding me. So we'd go back and we'd get back on the same page, and things got up pretty quick. We got picked them up and put them down really fast. Um, we made a lot of money, and it's just proof that it can work. The system, it can work, but it still has a long ways to go to becoming efficient and saving the store money. Um, it's not saving any money right now. You know, you can't just come out with a number out of your ass and say, okay, well, this is what's average, you know, for this day in history. Well, that might have been average, but this isn't this day. This isn't history. This is today. At any given time, you know, things can change, and they do at all times. So anyway, we ran around, we ran around. Finally, you know, time came for me to go home, and my replacement hadn't shown up yet. So finally, they give him a call at about 10, 15 minutes after I was supposed to get off work. And he's like, "Oh, I didn't know I had to work today." And, you know, it's like this is a common thing for him apparently. But it doesn't matter. I made money. I had fun. Anytime I get to go out and run around, and I mean run, it's fun for me. If I was wearing my old shoes, oh my God, my feet would have been killing the living daylights out of me in the first hour just from the running, and my back and my legs, everything else. It would just been painful. I mean, extremely. But with these new shoes that I got, I call them clown shoes because when I walk around, they change colors. They go from red to blue to purple to green. They're, you know, just these really cool. They're called soft soles or something like that. I think I got them for like half price at $45. They weigh maybe about 8 ounces each. They're like wearing skin on your feet on top of your on top of your socks. They're that thin and they're that light, but they are built up like on a platform for the soles that when you press down on them, they give. There's holes, you know, built into the soles of the shoes underneath, like you're on a platform or something, a 1 inch platform, and whenever you compress it, it pushes you back up. So when you run, it's not like you're putting any effort into it. These shoes, they run for you, so to speak. Um, it's like preloading a spring. You know, you just need to press it once, and all of a sudden it's bouncing, bounce, 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 and that's what these shoes were doing for me. I put no effort into running at all. It was like cheating. I've never had anything like that before. It was the greatest thing in the world. Okay, we had 75 satisfied customers. Three of them found blah, blah, stuff expensive for a total of 78. Our profit was negative $4,956, which is about $1,000 less than our um, license, and we wound up with $11,661.31 for the day. Not shabby, not too bad, not too bad. We were at 16,000 when we started, but hey, we got new stuff on the shelf, right? That's what we wanted. Start the next day, some kind of cleaner. Are you tour up? No, you're just bleach. Um, are you tour up? I don't know, but your price ain't right. Um, okay. I don't have any other cleaners, do I? I don't think so. No, that's all the cleaners I have. Pretty certain. There's a hole there. Mm, yep, I'm calling it good. Okay, we're gonna get one of these. One of those. Eh, one of those. Three of these. One of these. I said one of these. I said one of these. Thank you. Two of those. One of these. One of these. One of these. One of these. You have a rice over here? No. Damn it. I didn't need any of those anyway. Here, have some rice. I'm not even filling you up because I got you sitting over on the shelf over there. Two of you, as a matter of fact. You're full. Call your mama. Tell her it's over. You're done. Anyway, I finally got to go home, and I got home and needed to go ahead and get a couple more deliveries out of the way. Um, that was a freaking blast. Um, we made some decent money. We did. I got to go buy a TV over at the Best Buy. Didn't even know they sell these 24-inch freaking TV, smart TVs for like 78 bucks. I think it's like Westinghouse or something like that. I don't know about their reputation or how good or bad they are, but one of the customers bought it. He's at the at the Poor People University over in Western City. That's the university that if you can't get in anywhere else in the state, including community college, they'll accept you. And yes, they are a university. Um, they're pretty good actually. They're not a bad school. It's just I think they just don't have the same standards that most places have to allow people to get in. You know what I'm saying? If you got the money to go to school, they're like, okay, bring it. We'll teach you something. Might not teach you much, but we're going to teach you something, and you're going to give us money for it because that's what it's about. You know, I mean, it's not about, oh, well, you didn't do good in high school, so you can't go to a college. Well, that's kind of just really straight up your posterior. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, let me go to school, right? I don't know. For me, it wasn't such a big deal getting into school or into college. Um, I went through the military, and I know you're over here. There you are. But I was in the military, so it's easy for you to get into pretty much any university that deals with the military. Um, I had to take a couple placement tests because I had to constantly transfer credits from one university to another university to another university because um, I would move from one base to another base, and whatever university was available at my last base may not be available at this base. It got pretty hairy. And then finally, when I finished up with my with my basic community college of the Air Force, um, that's usually just an associate's, and you can actually go ahead and push for the bachelor's degree, but your master's degree is basically going to come out of your own pocket unless it has something to do with your own career field in the military. That's to make sure that you're not just, I don't know, trying to push for education that you don't need and don't intend to use, and you're just basically using up GI Bill money and have no intentions of ever really getting a job. You're just basically freelancing it in school. Um, you don't get out of class, you don't get out of military service because you're going to school or anything like that. Not unless you're going bootstrap. Bootstrap is when you're like within, I think, a year or two from graduating from college, they will release you from your active duty service commitment, and that will allow you to go join ROTC, etc., like that. And that's as going from enlisted to an officer while you're serving. And it's not really that hard to do. You don't need all of the endorsements and recommendations of your governors and this and that and the other. You don't have to know important people to actually get approved for college, which is a big deal for the military, because when I was trying to get into the military in 1990, I had to know a governor, my governor, or anybody of any political power or pull that would okay it for me to become a freaking officer. Um, that's about as asinine as I think I have ever heard things be, which is also why the officer corps and a lot of your military services are extremely political. Um, and you wouldn't expect it, but they are. It's also why a lot of your officers are Democrats and your enlisted crew are mostly Republican. Um, one of you fights, the other one just sits on his ass barking orders all day, and I think we all know who that is. Not being mean to anybody, I promise you. I promise. Like I said, I have um, I've lived with these guys. These officers are good people. At least the majority of them are. Um, there are some that are just like some enlisted folks who are at higher ranks. They're just bad news. They're not what you would call people that um, should be where they are. They don't really exhibit much in the way of leadership qualities except for a mean voice, a bark, or air. They're just not. I don't know. But let's not get off that subject. Let's get off that subject because it's something that I don't know. I think everybody notices, but nobody wants to say anything about it. So I'll just leave it alone. Well, you're just not busy over here, are you? There. Maybe if I pump you up a little bit, they'll start flowing over to you. How's that? But anyway, I built my way up to two master's degrees in the Air Force, and a lot of it came, when I was overseas. Um, when you're setting alert, and we were search and rescue. So when you're setting alert, you really don't have a lot to do except for like study your tech orders and get to know your job a heck of a lot better. But then what? You can do that, and you can do it to a point where you're starting to confuse yourself and everybody else around you, because military regulations are, they'll tell you straight up front. It takes your tech order regulations do not take precedence over actual um, knowledge and experience. And what happens is it's just like any other job. You get catch 22s because you have the experience and the knowledge to know that if you follow a specific procedure in an odd instance, it could be worse than actually just doing what you have to do to make sure that the aircrane makes it to the ground safely. But anyway, you know, this university is actually really cool. Um, and it reminds me of a military university and the fact that they pretty much allow anybody in. You can drive over there and you'll see what I mean. It's not like the college to our north. The college to our north is a state. Wow, it is a huge campus. The entire town, I think I've mentioned it before, is literally for the kids. These college kids. So they have their own ritzy areas. They have their own slum. They have their own party areas and middle class, etc., like that. And the college students they do their own segregation or whatever you want to call it, economic division or whatever. They figure out, okay, well, I can't afford all this, so I'm going to go over here and party it up with the guys, in the housing district or in the dorms or something. Um, but that's just the way the kids are. They aren't dumb. They know what they can and can't afford. But yeah, I am just blabbering to fill time here because I blabber a lot. That's what I do. Um, didn't used to. Catch me about a month ago? Nope. I would not talk much. I had to force it even back then. I'm forcing it now a little bit, but I have to. Um, I'm still not too comfortable, but I'm getting there. I think my voice is actually starting to get better. Um, when you have smoked for 34 years and then you give it up and you quit, um, and all you do is maybe hit a vape um, once or twice. Well, actually, that's a lie. I hit my vape probably 5 times every 2 hours, and usually those 5 times are like immediately, very very fast, rapid succession. And that's because I don't like, forcing my bosses to feel weird because I walk out of the kitchen and out the door, you know, in the middle of my shift and I'm not on break or anything. I'm just walking up to the front, walking out the door, hit my vape 6 times, walk to the end of the sidewalk, walk back to the door, back in the door I go. I'm good for the next 2.5 hours. Um, but it kind of sets a weird feeling for your boss to look out there and say, "Wow, is he going home? Did he just quit? What's going on here?" But I think they now know what I do, and they know that I'm going to go to the bathroom, and I'm going to turn around, and I'm going to walk out one door because it's locked. You can't get back in if you walk out that door. So you got to walk to the end of the sidewalk, and then there's another door that's up front that you can get in, and that's pretty much my path. It's a walk of shame for me, but um, it messes with your voice. I don't quite know why. I guess when I started smoking, I was 18 years old. Uh, I had I don't know. I was playing soccer. I was running marathons. I was doing a whole bunch of just athletic sports and stuff like that. And somebody had a cigarette, and I was bored, and I think I, I think I got drunk at a party after, I don't know, after one of our games, and this is in high school. And yeah, we did get drunk back then. Oh yeah. Um, but somebody had a cigarette, and I don't know, I was drunk enough to try it. And boy, let me tell you what, did that ever make my head spin more than that alcohol did. And those two went together real freaking good. Um, and that was all she wrote. There was no quitting for me after that. Um, I was, the next day I was like, I want to feel that buzz again. And then the next day, and it's like, even then I couldn't smoke that much because it just didn't agree with my body. It would give me nicotine overdose and stuff like that, and I'd feel sick just laying down. Um, and you would think that that would be enough to say, I'm done. I don't need to do it. I don't need to smoke. I'm good. Nope. Nope. My body was like, no, I want that. That does something for me. I don't know what, but it's doing something for me. So I started smoking, and 30 some odd years later, um, I hit a vape, and I don't touch a cigarette since. Have not wanted one. Have not needed one. I've thought about it once, I think, um, and I looked at the dude that was smoking, and I was just like, no, no, I can't even stand the smell of it anymore. I can smell it on you from, wow, and I know that I used to smell like that. You pass me on the street, and you smell, the cigarette smell on me. I mean, who wants to smell that? You know, it's like I smell like a dead ashtray. Ugh, no, I'm good. And I know a lot of people do what they can to cover the smell. It's almost impossible, especially to an ex-smoker. We're gonna smell you. We know you smoke, and then that we want a cigarette neither. It's just that you remember the days, and you remember the trials and triumphs and the pains. But I think what happened was my voice basically never really got any deeper from the point that I started smoking till the point that I stopped. And now all of a sudden, my voice is just all over the freaking place. It's getting deeper. It's getting weirder, smokier, and I'm hoping that that just kind of clears up and goes away on its own as things continue. I really don't have a lot of voice, bass in my voice at all, which makes it really cool because I um, I have a lot of different voices, a lot of different ways of communicating, and my voice and changing my inflection and the voice. It it's part of my it's part of who I am. It's part of the many people that, or the many characters that I am. And if I can't change my voice, you don't know which character I am or I'm trying to be at any given time. So yeah, I'm hoping it just goes away on its own. All right, so let's see what we did. You guys good? Anybody bleeding? No? You good? All right. 73 satisfied customers. 7 of them said that there was expensive stuff. 80 customers total. We made $2,557. We wound up with $14,219 for the day. We got bottled water, oil, and sandwich bread. All right, what am I missing? I'm missing something. No, I'm sure there was 4 of them, were there not? Oil, huh? Oil, bottled water, sandwich bread. Wait, maybe that's only showing the prices that I've changed. So let's check over here. Because I'm sure there was 4. I'm almost certain of it. Oil, water. Nope, I guess that's it. I don't know. I'm losing my mind. Okay, whatever. Somebody will complain about it, I'm sure. If I missed something, I'm sure somebody will complain about it. So let's do this instead. There goes $1,000. And down to $8,000, we got 8,700. I just buried these guys in boxes. They like it. They love it. Wow. It's alright, guys. Those boxes are just going to get taller and taller as we go. Y'all had to know it was coming. Honestly. I mean, look at them go. They're like little ants. It's faster. Little worker ants. Vroom, vroom, vroom. But anyway, we got done. We went dashing for a while, and man, it it was a day. It was a long day. I think by the time we got home, I had been out of the house for about 12, 13, 14, 15 hours. Um, so, and I'd been running up and, around that store all morning. I mean, just flat out, we were running. There was no jog to it. We had to run. Um, we were doing our own little disco dance in the back because you go one way, then you got to swing back the other way. It's not very efficient as far as uh, how things are set up to get things done in a hurry. Everything is it seems to be intentionally put so that it takes you time to actually think about what you're doing before you actually do it. And I guess that makes sense in some ways because of where you're working and who you have to usually work with, or so a lot of people. Let's be real here. I'm not going to lie to myself and tell myself that everybody that works there is the smartest people I've ever worked with. Some of them are brilliant, but a lot of them are they're working high, um, and with the pain that comes with the physical output of this job, it's hard not to, um, and I understand that. So a lot of these people they really do need, um, they do need a little maybe weed or something. I don't know what it is, but whatever it is to take their mind off of the pain, because I gotta tell you, it is downright disabling. You sit there and you go through as much pain as you go through. Um, you need something. I usually take acetaminophen because I think that just controls my pain a lot better. I can't handle. I don't know. I've tried the marijuana or the weed stuff or whatever you want to call it. Um, I've tried it. I've smoked it, both recreationally and for pain. It does nothing for me. Um, it makes me laugh, makes me giggle sometimes. The rest of the time, it's just like I don't know. It just makes me feel like it adds to my to what feels like an alcohol buzz, and it just gets old, and it goes away really really fast. So it's like, well, why would I want to do that? Acetaminophen, I can take that and it lasts me at least a good 3 hours. And I'm not one of those people who takes pills. I can't. I just, I feel like darn near anything's going to kill me. Um, I'm one who takes children's pills because I don't want the bigger stuff, or the adult stuff. Medicine just, I don't know, just kind of scares me. And if I can do something naturally, I'm going to try that first. And that's pretty much where the weed stuff came from. I'm just trying to control pain and this and that and the other, and it didn't quite, it doesn't quite do what you would hope. Put it that way. And I know I'm just running my mouth about a bunch of crap that I probably shouldn't because I really don't know a lot about how other people feel or think about these subjects and topics, and it might be a hot button or whatever. I don't know. I'm not trying to do that. I'm just giving you my experience with it. I'm not gonna say it's good. I'm not gonna say it's bad. I'm not here to say any of that. You do what you do. That's on you. Um, you're a big boy, you're a big girl. You should know better. You should know what you should, can, and can't do, what you can and can't handle. For me, it's just been a year of getting rid of bad habits. You know, cigarettes was just the last bad habit I had to get rid of. Um, I'm not a spring chicken anymore. I'm not ready to die yet. You know, seeing other people that are my age who have been smoking longer than I was, and which is hard to believe because I was 18 when I started smoking, and these people were back then. You could buy cigarettes. You, you didn't need it. There was no age limit for it. Um, it was nothing to see a 12-year-old sitting there smoking a cigarette. Um, and you're just like, bro, aren't you a little young for that? But to them, they thought they were being, you know, they thought they're cool. You know, they even had their own brand of cigarettes, Cools. I know I say I laugh, but it's not really funny. But yeah, it was time to give up the ghost on a lot of habits this year. Anger was one of them. I don't get angry that easy anymore. I don't allow myself to. It's not that I don't care about things. I do care. I care very deeply about a lot of things, but you're not going to make me mad. I'm just beyond that now. I'm just tired of being mad and responding with anger and blah 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 and having my strings pulled, etc. I'm just not going to do that anymore. So you got something to say, just go ahead and say it. You know, you're not going to piss me off. All you're doing is working yourself up. Enjoy. And that's, why I do put myself into a lot of positions where I can be cussed out at a moment's notice by a customer. And what am I going to do? Do I just respond with, the old lines of, uh, just go off on them? Or do I just sit there and go into parade rest and wait till they finish their rant, look at them and say, "Are you finished, sir?" You know, I don't think either one of these answers is exactly what you want, but you know, I've done both, and I think the one where I went to parade rest and just blew off whatever this dude was saying while just staring at him empty-eyed and empty-minded, because honestly, I didn't really care what he was saying. Um, he was mindlessly ranting, so and it was just an angry rant. So I just let it go. You know, a lot of people just mad. They got it in them. They got angry, um, and they can't help it. They just don't know, and they will. They'll figure it out at some point in life. Usually, it'll come after they give themselves an ulcer or give themselves a heart attack from their anger and rant outbursts and stuff like that. But they're gonna realize, hey, maybe I don't need to be mad all the time. Anger does a lot of really bad things for you. It doesn't help you remain healthy, not mentally, not physically, none of that. It can usually wind up getting you in a fight or getting you stabbed or shot or something, because that's I don't know, that's human nature. That's how we are. Everything just escalates to a point where, look, something's gonna have to change here, and if it ain't you, it's gonna be me. And I ain't ready to change, so they go at it and they do their thing. That's just how things are. Otherwise, you're just gonna be staring at each other worthlessly forever. You know, pissed off every time you see each other. What good's that? Just let things go. I think my ex-girlfriend and I, we were really strange in the fact that we could argue, like sit here right now and just go straight argue, and within the next 5 minutes, it will be over. We'd be past it. We'd be over it, and you know, we'd just go right back to who we were um, before that argument. I mean, it doesn't mean that you have to hate each other just because you argued. It doesn't mean you have to be ticked off at each other all day and all night and all day and all night just because you argued until one of you decides to make up with the other one. And what? No. Um, we're different. And I intentionally choose people to be with that's totally different than I am. I don't want to be with somebody that's exactly like me. I want somebody to be somewhat like me in the personality or in likes or whatever, but I don't want them to be exactly like me because that would just be the most boring thing I think I could ever do in my entire life. Don't be like me. Be different. Everybody should be different. Be yourself. And if you can do that, then you're already different. I'm not going to be mad at anybody because they have an opinion. It's your opinion. Just don't be angry or mean with your opinion like a troll. There's no need for that. Honestly, that's just childishness. Like I said, I used to be a troll, and I realized how childish I was being. I don't know, a couple years ago, but it was at that point it was a habit. Um, it was something that I did. I'd immediately go online, right? And my first stop would be either CNN or MSNBC or Fox News. One of these big. They had to have a comment board. Um, I always watched a lot of video. I always did a lot of documentaries, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But I would always go skip the entire article. I would not read the article because honestly, when you read the comments, you have a real damn good idea what the article said. Because people are going to paraphrase it for you. They're going to sit there and they're going to pull, different quotes out of the article. And honestly, I don't really give a damn what the news has to say about it. I care what Billy Bob Nobody thinks about it. You see what I'm saying? And if they don't make sense, well, I went after them. And I would do my homework. And it's not that hard. You go to Google, you search up whatever topic is being talked about, um, like stats and stuff like that. Simple. I'm a statistician. I love stats. Um, Football was one of my biggest things way back in the mid zero zeros. Um, I came up with different stats that I would look at that gave me really good indicators as to which team was going to win, this, that, and the other. And I got real good at it. Um, I was winning, football pools, of hundreds of dollars a week. Um, each bar would have their own pool, and I would win most of them. They weren't hard. It's not hard to figure out. Okay, well, football's more than just love of a team. Okay, um, it just is. It has to do with trends. How has that team been performing the last several weeks? Um, how are their stats, in certain things? Do they have the ability to be better than they currently are? How did they do against common opponents or opponents who beat each other, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera? Um, there's a lot of different things that go into stats and how things work out so that um, so that you have a better idea of what's going to happen in the game. And a lot of times I had absolutely no idea any of the players' names, none of them. I didn't care. That didn't matter. Your name does not matter to me. What matters to me is the stats that you put up. I don't care who the player is, and that's going to be probably about the most honest thing I can possibly ever tell you. I don't care who a movie actor is. I don't care who a singer is. I don't care who's in the band. Um, I'd be hard pressed to even tell you 10 bands right now, or 10 actors, or ten singers. I I don't know. Um, okay, so it's time for me to do my job again. I just, that stuff to me is just not important. What is important to me is the opinions and the way people put things, so that it makes a difference. Make a difference in the world. Don't just waste time marking time, just standing there treading water and not doing anything to make a change for the positive in other people and yourself. 69 satisfied customers, 9 products found expensive, most likely the one that wasn't showing up, and I can't remember which one it was, which is kind of going to make me mad somehow. And somehow I wasn't paying any attention to any of it, so I didn't see it. 14,105.88. I'm sure somebody said something during the day, this is too expensive, and I didn't see it. 9 times. God darn it. Salmon, peanut butter, potatoes, and sushi. Salmon, peanut butter, potatoes, and sushi. Salmon, potatoes. Oh, wow. Something in sushi. God damn it. I know one of these changed at some point, right? No, reckon I'm a liar. Yeah, those are good. Large sushi. Let's see if they felt like putting this one in the freaking machine. Pricing. There's the sushis, salmons, taters. Ah, peanut butter. See? See? Ah, it's all right. 13 cents over, 12 cents over. There. I'm trying to cheat myself out of pennies here. Pennies are important. Not very important, but they're important. Wait. You. Can you fit in here? Seriously? We're not selling any shampoo. I find that hard to believe. 2. Nah. I'm gonna have to start doing spot checks again on prices rather than messing around with Homeboy, because apparently the customers don't like him anymore anyway. So I'm making all this money. What am I selling? I mean, I see that I'm spending money to buy stuff too, but I'm not really selling, you know, my power products. I mean, nothing's really like sticking out as, well, you sold a crap ton of this today. No, it's just normal everyday stuff. And I didn't even buy as much today as I did yesterday. Wow, who knows? And to be honest with you, this game just continues on and on and on and on and on, exactly the way we're playing it right now. Um, so I don't know that we're going to be playing this game too much longer because there's really not much more that you can learn about it. Uh, Honestly, there's just not. We may can come back like every other day or something like that, maybe even every 2 or 3 days, and revisit it. But this right here is the epitome of, well, let's do it again, Sam. Um, you just do it over and over and over and over the same way every single day. And the only thing that's really intriguing about any of it is getting the new license, whatever license you might be getting next, um, the growth of your store and your storage areas. Let's see how many licenses we have left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 3 is 15, 16, 17 more. We've only gotten 3 licenses since we started counting them like several episodes ago, and that was a good 15, 16 hours ago. Um, that's a lot of time. That's a lot of time that we've been sitting here in this game, and that's a good thing. I mean, you're playing a game, you're relaxing, you're chilling, you're watching your people run around, you're doing little racetracks around stands and whatever else it is that might be in your way. Okay, Vespier. No, I mean, I'm kind of hoping that I run into it at some point. I don't know. I No, I don't know. I know I missed one, but I don't remember which one it was. And y'all saw me look. I I couldn't find it. There was nothing else there on the system telling you, hey, this item here went down today or went up. Most likely, it was an item that went up in price or down in price that I missed, which is why these guys are all like, it's too expensive. Well, I'm sorry. sometimes the game just doesn't exactly tell you what you need to know the way you need to know it. And it's just tough nookie. Get over it. I mean, give me a tab or something of today's price changes. Come on, man. You're giving me like what 5 seconds to look at 4 items and say, okay, well I know exactly what those are, where they are, and I'm gonna memorize all 4 of those, and I'm gonna go out here on the floor, and I'm gonna change these prices to 25 cents higher, because if I go any higher than 25 cents, then these people are gonna get pissed off and they're gonna be all complaining all day. So I don't go any higher than 25 cents. I know there are some things that I could possibly pump up a couple bucks over the price without them complaining too much, but there's not much. That look. She'd just be like, get out of my way. I need to get out of here. This dude was slow. Look at that. You're getting Red Bull before 1. And you're going to have a hangover tomorrow. But that's alright. Well, I mean, he's AI. So it's not like they get drunk, right? So what does AI have that makes them this crazy? You know? Is there like an AI drug? I mean, I hear, a lot of, I've watched some videos on YouTube where some people were training AI to do specific things, and they were talking about, well, if they don't do what I tell them to do, they get punished. Which reinforces, them to do things the right way. So, and then when they do something right, then they get rewarded. So, exactly how do you reward AI? What is the reward? That they don't get punished? Is that the reward? I'm not punishing you, so you did good job. Good job. That's your reward. Is that how that works? Uh, you know, I have never understood that. What's the reward? Don't know. Even now I'm sitting here thinking, I don't know. That it maybe gets to continue whatever it's doing, until it screws up enough that you say, nope, you're done. You're punished. Where is my expensive item, people? I have not seen anybody yet say that something's expensive. I just haven't. But then again, I mean, I have been watching ish. It's hard to spot simply because it's very small writing. You can't read it from here if it's over there. That's how small it is. But you have a good idea where the location is that you need to worry about. Sometimes they would say, tell you on the way out the door, I found this expensive. And, that way you would know right there on the spot. He's going out the door. He's saying, man, I found that really expensive. They're complaining about it on the way out. But these guys, I haven't seen it really. Not much anyway. And if I have, then I ignored it. Apparently, because They're talking about something that I already know. It's the perfect price. It's already set. There's nothing wrong with the price. And that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to talk, but I'm also trying to watch the customers. Um, Last thing you want is for them to run into an issue with prices, not see it, then run into it again and again and again and again and again and again. Day after day after day, you're getting 9 freaking complaints that the same things are too high price, but you have no idea what items those are because, well, you haven't seen them say anything. So give us a comment board, you know, give us a tab where it says, okay, these are your today's um, price changes, and here's the customer comments, right? This is what the comments say. This is what your customers say about how your prices are, or things are too expensive, things are, you know, too cheap, or whatever. That clues me in that I need to make a change somewhere in the game. I need to go over here and I need to make a change on the price, and that might make a good update, just a quality of life type thing, and not even a quality of life. That's pretty damn important, right? Because you're losing what. Last night we had 9 people who found objects that or things that were too expensive, and I guess they weren't satisfied customers because of it. I don't know about that. I go shopping a lot. Like I said, I'm a DoorDasher every once in a while, or damn near every day now. But um, but it's all because we need 100 deliveries a month. That takes care of our car payment, our insurance, car insurance, etc., like that. It keeps it separate from our own individual finances, and it's easier that way because I don't have to split my money to pay my half the car payment, or she don't have to split hers, etc. We just work it together, and it's a community car. It works. Yeah, it's 9 o'clock, and you're getting it again, buddy. All right, we're up to $16,000 again. Yeehaw! All right, guys. All right, now they're going to go at it again. Refilling, stocking, etc., etc. The more that comes in here, the less I feel like actually helping them restock. Because the less I can remember where everything is. I mean, I remember where most of it is. You only have to go by, the licenses, unless I've, mingled things around a little bit. And I have in some areas, but I know where those parts are too. Parts, things, stuffs, whatever. But I mean, we've made $16,000, and it really don't look like we sold hardly anything. These guys have been running all day. And not that I really desire this place to look like I haven't sold anything. I don't want it to look like that at all. No. I like it looking just like this, like a bunch of buck teeth, summer teeth, basically, Mountain Dew, whatever, whatever you want to call it. I want boxes everywhere. Holes. I want something to order tomorrow morning, like this right here. This is a lot, but I don't want to see things that I don't want to see concurrent holes like this. This right here. This is a no-no. We just sold out of this stuff. So where did we put this? We put it over here, right? Yeah. Okay, so we didn't sell out completely. We still have some on the shelves. We're not going to be able to fill that, but we didn't sell out completely, and that's good. That's about the only good thing I can say about that. Pepper's going good. We're selling more pepper than salt. Well, yeah, we are. But pepper apparently is a pretty good price, right? What is the price on pepper? $9 and wow, 20 $9.27 for a thing of pepper. What's in this? You have to have something good in that for it to cost that much money. It can't be just like traditional freaking pepper. It's gonna be like designer stuff. All right, so are y'all ready? Y'all ready to do time warp? Let's do this. Boom. 73 satisfied customers. 3 of them found products expensive. Yep, we got that. 76 total customers. We're losing customers. We were up to 80. Anyway, we made $2,427, and we were left at 16,533.02. Okay, so let's see if I can remember this. Well, that's easy. Zap. You. Zap. 293. That'd be 03, 13, 18. Doink. Hello. Alright, let's go order stuff. So my guys are bored. Wow. We'll lay off the peanut butter for a day. I'm not really 100%ing everything, but I am, hooking some things up. They haven't been, I don't know, totally hooked up in a while. Just making sure that we're solid. Okay, 1 chicken, huh? 3 taters. One of you. One of you. One of you. You're good. Huh, okay. Looks like we grew a couple boxes since last night. All right. So it took about, it didn't take $5,000 the way it did first time. You know, those several days of $5,000 freaking purchases. That was a little nutty, right? I mean, I think I must have lost like a lot of customers or something because we were literally spending $5,000 every day to restock this place. But now it's down to four. How do you add product to your store and spend less to stock it? I don't know. I don't mind. Whatever it works. It's good. Get her done, I guess. What do you think? How about you? No, I'm not going to fire you. You don't have to look at me in dread. That dude has dread in his eyes. It's like, oh, he's going to fire me. No, dude, calm down. Really. You'll be all right. I won't put you up here. I'm not. There you go. I don't think I ordered that anyway. I might have. I don't think I did. Pretty sure I didn't. One of these boxes only has one in it. Yep, that's it. We could almost afford to upgrade our storage area. Almost. 3 times. Yay. Can we? Could we? I don't know if we could. I'm pretty sure we could. What should I say this was? It's like 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 15, 750 for 3. 8, 15, 15, 850. An extra 100 there. 4, 5, 6, 7. No, it's 15, 750. I am so tired. I am wore out. And I don't remember having this much pain in my feet, in my legs, for a very long time. And it wasn't the shoes or anything else like that. It was just basically because I was out running, doing something I hadn't done in about 10 years. Run. That's odd for me because I'm used to running. I run. That's what I do. I love to run. But I just haven't really been in a situation where I have had to need to run. So I just haven't done it. It just wouldn't have been adulting. It wouldn't have looked adulting. And I don't have time when I'm off work to do anything because typically that's when I'm sleeping so that I can get ready to go and do more. So, I guess there's a balance there, and I need to moderate myself a little bit, my own activities, because I'm over exerting myself or over whatever. I'm overdoing it a little bit. I am, and a lot of that's intentional. There are reasons for it. I'm not going to divulge those reasons, but it's like trading one pain for another. There. Now I can keep an eye on a lot of different things at the same time. Sorry, man. I'm gonna have to look through your brains or around them. Big old melon head. There we go. I need to see what these customers are saying and what they're doing. I don't want to miss them this time because there's something in this place that I know I have missed. And I must have missed it so badly that they're not even going to it anymore. You just miss something way too much, they're just not going to go there and they're not going to worry about it. They'll be like, no, we already know you're way too expensive on that item. And see, it's not even a grind anymore. Now it's a let me sit back and watch. And honestly, there are things I can do. Like that. Really? That was so hard. Here's a monster drink. Here's another. Here's another. Here's another. Here's 9. Have a nice day. I'll be back in about a half a minute to give you another one. That'll fill you up again. It's so hard to catch these employees. As I showed you when I first logged in, and I was bumping these guys up for the day. It was hard to catch them. You can catch them, but they're always moving unless you catch them standing outside. But if they're moving around like this, and you're playing the game the way they want you to play it, because that happens, you're not going to catch these guys. And if you do, you know, they're going to be running around all day long. You know, they're not going to be out here standing waiting on a job. They don't have that kind of time when you have a lot of customers in the store. So they're going to be moving around. They're going to be running, doing their own thing. And you're going to have to catch them, follow them, and finally get them to the red and max them out. And by the time you do that, some of them are already halfway finished through their entire red streak, or whatever you want to call this thing. See, now you're just showing off. You're like, look, I can just slap it across the freaking desk and it'll wind up in the freaking bag and out he goes. I can do it real fast too. Watch. Boink, doink, doink. Ta-da. Here's some change. I ain't even going to look at my cash register. I know what you give me. I know where everything is in this thing. Look at this. Boom. Bye. I mean, there's no difference in him and Helen Keller right now. Look at him. He's just staring at the other wall. And I didn't see anybody report high prices. They may have while I was over here messing around with him again. Because, like I said, the writing that pops up when they have issues with the prices, which is why I sometimes will do this. Because you'll run into or turn your camera in a direction of a customer who has said something, and you can tell which direction he came from, so you know pretty much where the item is that he's talking about. But I haven't seen anything. I'm blind. I'm not quite, but I'm close. Ta-da! Choco-Pix. And then that corner starts getting... Yeah! I wonder if the bank would give me like a $200,000 loan. I could take care of a lot of stuff with that, huh? It's 9 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? It's 9 o'clock, and it's not getting any earlier, and it's definitely not getting any later until I push the little enter key. You guys are just marking time. Treading water. Okay. No. Stompy. Yogurt. Again? Yogurt's fine. So, well, maybe that's where a lot of my comments are coming from, is that yogurt bugged or something. I don't know what's going on with it. I mean, it's been going on since I first started, and it didn't stop until I lowered it to about, what was it, 15, 16 cents total over price. I mean, yeah, I get it. It only costs 99 cents at cost. How many more shoppers do I have in here? One? Yeah, you're fine. You'll sleep it off. Dang, we're up to $17,807. Yes, we are. We done something right. Not much, but we did something right. Must have hit the right button. And that's what this game is pretty much apparently about now. I mean, I could be a little more proactive, I suppose. We sold a lot of chicken. I could have bought a lot of chicken. Could have. I don't like spending money during a shift. Not if my store is only going to be open from 8 o'clock in the morning to 9 o'clock at night. Why? No, I'm not going to do that. If I was going to be open 24/7, oh yeah, I'd be in there just ordering. I'd be an ordering full. I mean, they're like, we're going to get this, we're going to get that, we're going to get this, we're going to get that. And as soon as I made the order, we'd probably need something else. And I'd have to section this off totally differently. It wouldn't be able to be all of this crap on one side. It would have to be sectioned off, as in like morning, noon, and night. So all these products would have 3 different spots in the storage area rather than just one. Um, I remember when stores used to be run 24/7, and I could never understand just how they did their inventories when they had so much coming in and so much going out, that you know keeping a positive inventory was possible unless you were actually taking the inventory in the down hours, the slop hours, what we call it. There's nothing going on, but if you get something, then hey, that's just money on top, right? And everybody likes money on the side, especially stores, because they're paying these people whether you're busy or not, which is why a lot of people get cut back and all of a sudden they're busy again. And then you listen to their lies. Oh, we have really high manning. No, you don't. You just don't have any business right now. Don't lie. Just tell the truth. We're not busy. Um, you being on the clock is basically costing us more in manpower than we're making. So how about you go on a 45-minute break? I know we usually only give 45-minute breaks, or 30-minute breaks, but you're getting 45 today. Yeah, I would take that. I'd be like, yeah, I like breaks. Let's see what we got here. 73 satisfied customers. 2 of them found products expensive. Yeah, that would be the yogurt. Um, Total profit $1,488.99. And then we got 18,022 at the end of the day, which is awesome. Orange juice, eggs, sushi, and moussaka. 285. How about 310? Like that? And Musuka. Wait, what is this? 1511 or something? Yeah. All right, so let's order it. Let's do it. We didn't. We didn't. Wow. Really? We only sold 3 rolls of toilet paper. Okay. And 1 thing of bleach. Hmm. That's, I don't know. Ugh. Some of the like 1 and then 6. I get it. There's 6 units in it, but it just seems so low. It kind of throws you off when you see other things that say like, 50, 60, 40, whatever. And honestly, I'm not even paying attention to a lot of this stuff. A lot of the boxes, I don't know. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow. 2. At least something sold really well, right? Something had to. Maybe. There. Okay. Spaghetti. Ooh, that was something I had this year. Spaghetti. I don't know if you guys have ever tried this. Um, we have this place called Pizza Inn here, and their crust is usually, it's not thin and crispy or anything else like that. It's not fat and doughy neither. It's that thin. If it was doughy, it would be, that's what it would be. If it was thin, that's what it would be. But it would be anything but fat and doughy or crispy, somewhere in the middle. I'm going over here. Um, but they sold pizza or spaghetti too, and I wanted both at the same time. So I took the. Really? Wait, wrong. So I took pizza and um I shredded it with by hand, of course, not. I cut it up into pieces and I put it in my spaghetti, and that made my freaking day. It was pepperoni pizza, and I cut that up, put that in the spaghetti, And let me tell you something. That right there is enough to bring a smile into any man's life, just because he just had something that tasted like two of the greatest things that he loves. And I love both of those things, spaghetti and pizza. And I don't, I love the pepperoni too. But it just made the spaghetti a little different, like bready. Um, I don't mind bready things. I used to, because it just felt like, well, it's just too much bread, and I get that. But oh, something's not right here for neither one of you. All right, so I'm gonna fix y'all again. Hiring. I must have clicked one of them when on my way by. I mean, if you're not careful, you will wind up boosting them unintentionally. But I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and play this day out, and then we're gonna do something a little bit different. We're gonna go play another game because I like other games. I like this game. I love this game. This game's great, but I think we need to play another game. There are some games I really want to play, but I can't I can't play those games and feel good about it like Weed Shop 3. I love that game. And that game is just one of the greatest games I've ever played in my life. And it's not because of what you're doing or what you're selling or anything like that. It's just a fun game, a fun simulator. It's grindy. You'll sit there rolling J's for a while, for hours, as a matter of fact, and it won't phase you. You'll just be like, this is kind of cool because I'm at the same time you have to keep up the shop. You have to grow your own stuff. You have to grow. You have to manage an employee or 6 or 10 or whatever many that we actually wound up with. My gosh. And then you get the Duber deliveries. That's cool because you actually get in a little RC car and drive that across town while people are shooting at you because there are gangs in town, etc., etc. Or not town. It's not as bad as it sounds. It's really not. And there's hardly any violence in the game. But the violence that there is pretty over the top. And it's hard to lose. It's hard to die. It is. And if you do, it doesn't cost much to get out of the hospital. I think it's like $200 every time you die. It's not a big deal. And then you get aliens, etc., etc. And you get a great view every day too. It's on a boardwalk. What's better than that? I mean, the boardwalk, the ocean, and jump in the ocean. You get out. You're about 2 feet taller than you were when you jumped in. Yay! What's wrong with that? You get to ride a skateboard, drive RC cars. I don't think you get to really drive anything else, but sooner or later you get to drink some lead-based paint and paint like park benches or whatever area a certain color in lead-based paint, and whatever color you drink happens to be where you teleport to. It's a weird game. It's cool. It teaches you a lot about different things and different parts of growing and stuff like that. Other than that, it's just like any other game. You're selling a product like this, and you're managing a store, and you're managing people. What other people choose to destroy themselves with, hey, that's on them. That, they have an opportunity to say no. If I want to operate a fast food stand or fast food store, and people choose to come in there and have a heart attack because they've been eating nothing but my fast food forever, I'm sorry, I did not advertise my store as a health food bar. You know what I'm saying? It's not. I never did. So why would you expect to not, you know, uh, be healthy after eating there all the freaking time? You're you're asking for it. It's not up to me to keep you safe. It's up to you to keep you safe. And I think that's something people forget. You don't need a nanny. You don't need a babysitter. You know what's safe. You know what's good. You know what's bad. And if you don't know, there's always Google. Google, is this safe for me? Is this healthy? You know what I'm saying? Stop, relying on everybody else to do what you know you should do yourself. Research, 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 research. Look everything up. Get the real answer. Don't accept the first answer you see. Read it, take it for what it's worth, read something else, and then read something else. You're going to come up with a really good, well-formed opinion on something if you research it enough. You will. Trust me. And if enough people say the same thing about the same thing, well, you can rest pretty much assured that they're not totally lying. They might be lying about a couple things in there, but you take the similarities and you're like, okay, we'll put them together. Does it make sense? Yes, it does. There you go. There's your opinion, and you grow on that from there. Don't just sit there and say, okay, well, I researched it. I'm hardcore now. No, go at it. Look to other people. That's one of the biggest reasons I used to troll. You know, it wasn't so much just professional opinion that I was looking for. I was looking for personal opinion too, experience. And sometimes when people would come in and they would just troll another person who was actually spitting out fact, well, this person had experience and their experience was wildly different. So I wanted to hear that. And the only way you're going to get that is by telling them that they're, full of this or full of that. You're this, and blah, 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 blah. And sooner or later, they were going to come out with it. They were going to come out with a full quote. This is where I got this. Now show me what you got, right? No problem. That's to me, that's the whole purpose of trolling, is to get personal opinion or personal experience. That's what people want. They don't want, your insults. They don't want this, that, and the other that don't make a hill of beans to nobody. They want to know why you think completely different than everybody else around you. What makes you think that your opinion is more correct than everybody else's? And if you can't express that, then you're an obvious troll and you deserve to be trolled back, right? I mean, facts don't care about your feelings, right? Just because you wish it to be true doesn't make it true. Are we out of customers? Y'all need to restock our customers. We're out of them. We need more. Can somebody go spin a sign? I'll pay you $5. Go out there and spin a sign. We're open. We're not. It's 9 o'clock. They don't come in here after 9 o'clock when I'm not logging in. They don't mind coming in here after 9 o'clock as soon as I do log in, though, do they? Nope. Yeah, you're gonna have to sleep that one off, buddy. I think these guys are probably going to be just about finished restocking by the time that's gone. And again, they might not be. I don't know. We'll see. They're pretty quick. And it seems like the more product they get on the shelves, the more their programming expands a little bit. It's at the point where they're not really speeding up so much as they're more direct about where they go and how they get there and the shortcuts that they take. It's like coming through the store to get the items, or stock the shelves, etc. These guys are pretty good. The programming I have absolutely, well, it's not the programming I have an issue with. It's my own stocking I have an issue with. I mean, I've got rice here, and I've got rice here. I've got flour here, and I've got flour here and there. And there. Oh, no, there and there. And I've got things all over the place. I got chips here, I got chips there, I got chips. I'm nutty. I know, I get it. I got bread here, I got bread there, but it is what it is. It's a store. It's a Dollar General. That's all I can say is a Dollar General. They got stuff all over their store just like this. Drinks here, drinks there, food here, food there. Uh, no sense to it. No rhyme, no reason about the way they floor plan. It just is what it is. I mean, if you run into a Dollar General supermarket, they're not nearly as bad. They are usually really well floor planned. Um, Usually, even though they do have certain things that are just as out of place as other places or other stores. Um, Walmart, for example. um, these places are tricky. I'm telling you, they have a lot of things set up to trap you, or not trap you, but probably get you to buy more than you would ordinarily buy, just because, well, they can, and it's their store, and they put stuff in places that you wouldn't expect it to be, or it shouldn't actually be. Here we are looking at a little bit of beer, and all of a sudden we're like, we got Foss, and we got flour and pasta. I might want some pasta for dinner. Pasta sounds really bread. Do we have peanut butter? Oh my God, they have peanut butter right down here. Look at this. See, all of a sudden I'm spending money that I didn't expect to spend. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to log this. Um, Reason being, I we I don't know. We're going to keep going um, in the days ahead, but we need to get into other things. This is fun. This is great, but I don't know. We need to do it in smaller doses from now on. I think we're at the point now where we're doing the same thing all the time, and all I'm doing is blabbering. And I might make an order here, might make an order there, blah blah blah, and then I'm just blabbering. I need to play a game. This is a game. This is cool. I get to shoot my mouth off, and I get to be, say a lot of stuff. But I'm not one of those people that should be saying a lot of stuff, really. I don't think. Maybe. I think. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, I'll go ahead and I'll see you guys in the next one. Y'all, for those of you who aren't going to follow, y'all have a nice afternoon. And for those who do, well, we'll see you in the next one. Have a nice night.